Hey everyone! So back in 2019, the YouTuber Nando of Nando V Movies created a YouTube project known as One Marvelous Scene, where fans of the Marvel Cinematic Universe came together to talk about some of their favorite moments from that franchise. You should go check out that playlist, by the way, if you haven't. There is a lot of great content in it. Anyway, Nando is back with a new project, this time for X-Men fans to come together to talk about not just their favorite things from the movies, but from all of X-Men history. This is One X-Cellent Scene.
No place to hide, no place to run, no place to run. The mutant age has now begun. X-Men, X-Men, it's the day, X-Men, coming your way. Magneto's hordes are all the way to pillage, burn, and plunder. But there's one team that will not yield, the team that strikes like thunder. X-Men.
So despite what I just said about this project being about more than just the films, my One X-Cellent Scene is indeed from one of the movies. My favorite X-Men movie is X-Men First Class, but since there are already several videos dedicated to it, I have decided to go down the road currently less traveled. Yep, I'm talking about a scene from X-Men The Last Stand, specifically the moment when Rogue decides to take the cure. Now let's get the elephant in the room out of the way. I know this take on Rogue is not exactly popular in the fan base, especially when compared to the source material. She's a plot device in the first film, a tag-along kid in the second, she gives up her powers in the third, and in Days of Future Past, all of her content was deleted from the theatrical cut, and you'd have to buy an alternate version of the Blu-ray to see it restored. But despite all that, I think this moment has more meaning than it's given credit for, both for Rogue and the X-Men series as a whole. When Wolverine spots Rogue leaving the mansion to take the cure, she's expecting him to tell her to go upstairs and unpack because she thinks everyone else considers the cure morally wrong. After all, when it comes to mutations, we often hear the characters in this series talk about how they need to accept said mutations, even if the powers they come with are a burden, because to not do so would not only feed into society's prejudices, but they would also be denying a part of themselves. Mutants are who they are, and as Mystique would say, they should be proud of it. As such, we should want to see Rogue stand by her fellow mutants and not leave. But as the scene shows, the situation at hand is not as cut and dry as it seems. When Wolverine stops Rogue, it's not to tell her to stay since it's not in his place to do so. He just wants to make sure that it's what she really wants. This leads to her sincerely telling him that what she wants is something her powers prevent her from having, something that we often take for granted. She wants to experience true physical intimacy. A hug, a handshake, a kiss, anything. She's not doing this to fit in, as Storm would say, but is giving up a part of herself to gain another. In a way, she actually gains an old part of herself back when, in a nice bookend to her and Wolverine's relationship, Rogue calls herself Marie for the first time since X-Men 1. And in contrast to how some members of the Brotherhood view human names with shame and even anger, Wolverine turns back and addresses her as Marie as well, showing that he does respect her decision. It's not every day that you see a superhero movie let a character make such a status quo altering choice, and I applaud them for that. Admittedly, you can argue that the movie kind of undermines this scene with the ending suggesting and Days of Future Past outright confirming that the cure is only temporary, but it still carries an important message. It recognizes that you can't boil down every life-changing decision to one choice being right and the other being wrong. There can be countless reasons why someone might go in one direction, and even though you wouldn't go there yourself, you can still talk to them about it to get an understanding of their point of view. That's something that we can all take to heart, especially in this day and age. This has been Hunt CD 2012, and I will see you all next time. Assuming you decide to visit this channel again. Bye.